fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Well, it is almost a final down there in Houston, and the results aren't going to be good on this one. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook show until this game goes final here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz, and the Brewers down 9-2. Oof. Where is the offense? They have 13 hits in their last 3 games. However, 2 of those 3 games are wins.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm not frustrated with this offense. Why aren't they better?
Why aren't they better? Because if Garrett Mitchell is up right now, is able to figure it out over his last 10 games, he's hitting 370, right?
Nice.
And the first 6 guys in the order feel like the 6 best hitters on the team, no matter how you rank them. Like then it's Ortiz and Hamilton at the bottom. I get it. That's not what people want, but the rest of these guys, I mean, Bryce Terang, get a hit, dude.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, get a day off is what he needs.
Probably.
I would assume Bryce is going to get the day off tomorrow. Are they facing a lefty? That'd be a great day to do it, too.
Well, then Hamilton's the only one that can play for him, right? Let me see here. Brewers probables.
So we know it's Mizorowski with the series on the line tomorrow, so that's a good spot to be in.
And it is Imai, Tetsuya Imai, going for the Astros. He was one of the, I don't think he was MPB. I think he was KBO over the offseason that signed over there.
Okay.
He's a right-hander.
Yeah, still, Terang probably.
Dude, Tim, you're about to rock a lineup tomorrow of second base David Hamilton, shortstop Joey Ortiz, and third base Luis Rengifo for Jacob Mizorowski.
Probably, if you're going to do it, that'd be the day to do it.
Might as well put Sanchez behind the dish.
He's probably going to be there.
Oh, it's going to be a super Sunday lineup.
Yelich could have the day off.
Blake Perkins play first base.
We might see Blake Perkins in the game.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Gary Sanchez challenging
up, and he's just challenging everything.
Yeah, it's a strike. It'll be a strike. It'll be a strike. He's the only guy who wants to challenge. Sometimes I respect that part of it.
He's convicted in his decisions, that's for sure.
Yeah, and they had one to waste. Yeah. Why not? Go for it. There's 2 outs.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, I am annoyed that he's the only one that has more than 1 correct challenge for the Brewers this year. He's the only guy on the entire team has more than 1 correct challenge in the batter's box.
Yeah, I mean, Churio should have earlier in the game. We'll get to an instant replay, which, again, philosophically speaking, we'll have that conversation as well. I don't know what you guys think of replay, but we'll find out. But 1 and 2 count. Give them a finish, boys, as Uke would say. You're only down 7. You got 1 out to play with.
Couple bloops, couple blasts.
Keep the line moving.
Keep it going. Just get on base, right?
Yeah, just
get on base.
However you get on base, just get on base. And see what happens.
These stats still count.
That's not going to help.
That's not going to help. No, he struck out. All right.
It is now officially a final, and the results are not good down in Houston as the Brewers fall 9-2 in Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. So officially now a loss, and now the Brewers record 34-21, and 2 runs is typically not going to get it done.
No.
We'll get to pitching in just a second, but let's continue our conversation about the offense here. And, you scored 2 runs. You did get a win scoring 2 runs on Wednesday. I understand. How many hits in that game? 3?
3. None in the first 7 innings.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's possible, but not probable, and highly unlikely that 2 runs are going to get you a victory. Now, the pitch has been good, but you can't expect the pitching to be that good all the time. And I'm just wondering, there still is, I won't say a disconnect with the offense, but it's just not congealing. It's just not gelling.
That might be the right word.
Okay.
Congeal
just doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right.
No, it might be right.
It could be, but not when you say it.
No. I that might have been the first time I've ever used the word. On the air, I think it has been. There's a first. We have a first. But there's something with the chemistry with this offense. When you look at it by name, I expect it to be better than what they are. I mean, you look at Houston, and I'm not going to get into the home run thing because you can win without homers. I understand. You do have to hit some. You've got to hit some. You don't have to go Houston Astros, which just hit their 10th in their last 19 games.
That's way more than.
That's a lot more.
The Brewers.
That might be low.
It's backwards. It's 19 in 10 games.
19 in 10 games.
Yeah, it's backward. Yeah. They have half the home runs the Brewers have hit all season in the last 10 games.
In the last, hold on a second. There's one to tweet out, and then someone else will take the credit for it.
The Astros have hit half as many home runs as the Brewers have all season in the last 10 games.
In their last 10 games.
Yes.
And you notice the aggressive nature of the Houston Astros lineup. Now, I'm not saying that that's what the Brewers should do, but they should do it once in a while. I can only really remember just a couple of games this year in which they just went on ambush mode. Well, that's what Houston does. That's just their style. Do you want them to do that style? Or would you want it to take your pitches, work the count, work the pitch count up, take your walks, slap a little fielder's choice for an RBI, get a sac fly, and bam, you put barrel to the ball and you got an RBI base hit. Look at that. You want that? Or do you want ambush 2-run double after a mound visit? Do you want a 2-run, 3-run home run after a base hit? After a hit batter, do you want first pitch? Go. Let's go. That's what Houston does. Now, somewhere in there's middle ground here. You can't change the genetic makeup of this offense here for the Milwaukee Brewers. They do tend to take a ton of pitches, and that is part of their game. A little pressure. You notice the base stealing has been down a little bit. I think they're feeling a little bit of pressure, Tommy. I do.
The Brewers offense?
Yeah, to steal some bases. They just don't want to waste an out.
That's garbage because the pitching staff's been great all year. Why do they have pressure? They shouldn't have pressure. Pitching staff keeps it. This is a game where the pitching staff did not keep them in the game. They can't do it every single day, but the pitching staff has kept them in virtually any game all season long, has bought them time. In the 5th, this was a 1-run game.
Yep.
So they've bought them time. I don't know why they feel the pressure. It's scoring. The number is simple, Tim. It's 4. Get to 4. I know it wouldn't have done much today, giving up 9. But I also find it really hard to evaluate these pitchers because, quite frankly, none of these guys are going to pitch in October that are pitching today.
Well, no, and I will say this, that I expected more outings like this year, more frequently an outing like this from Brandon Sproats. 4 1/3, a 5-run ball. I expected more of these. So in all reality, there hasn't been many. And so when it does happen, it's probably best off to happen game 2 of a series. You're already up 1 with Miz on the mound in game 3.
Right.
Probably not a bad deal to slot this in if it was going to happen. It happens today. But on the offensive side, you're just going to have to get more done. And I'm trying to put my finger on it, why it's not a little bit better. Not just the home run ball. I think it's extra base hits. I think it's a more obviously I've been on this more consistent offense thing that I've been on. Okay. But I do believe that extra base hits, scoring in more innings would be beneficial too. Instead of, you disappear for a while. But why isn't it that good? But because when you look at the numbers of Yelich at the top, 4th straight game, he's been leading off. I do like that. And he's been doing okay in that spot.
It's the first time they've lost a game. Yelich has batted leadoff.
Yep. So you're 3-1. But Yelich, the names and numbers look good. Yelich, Churio, Contreras, Tarang, Bowers, Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
Vaughn had a 2-hit game today.
Yeah, nice day for Vaughn. He needed to get a couple because his splits just looked too bad against righties that it was preventing a lineup like this, I think. And having a 2-hit day will help him out to realize that in a must-win game, I think Vaughn and Bowers need to be both in there.
Mitchell?
Yep.
You can't blame all of the if you have an issue with the offense, some may not. I don't know where they rank. Where do they rank now in terms of runs scored? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Correct. Yeah. Let me circle back
we'll
on you.
Check
right
it
there.
out. But you can't blame if you believe the offense has some challenges here as of late. You can't blame it all on Hamilton, Ortiz, Rengifo, and Frelick.
The Brewers are tied for the 10th most runs scored in Major League Baseball.
So that's starting to slide a little bit, Tommy.
It is 266 over now 55 games. That's good for
pretty good as a team batting.
4.8 runs a game.
Oh, that's 266 runs scored?
Yeah, 266 over 55 games.
And then what's their batting average as a team?
As a team, their batting average is 243, which
that's
is
a little down too.
That's good for 13th. That's about middle of the road. If you go to OPS, it is 691. That is 10th worst in the league.
See, so my point is the offense is sort of slipping just a little bit. They were much better earlier in the year or even 3 or 4 weeks ago. But it is slipping a little bit. However, you can't blame it all on Rengifo. You can't blame it all on Hamilton or Ortiz or Sal Frelick. There's something about chemistry here that is just a little funky to me, and I can't figure it out, Tommy. I can't. Normally, I could say, well, it's simple. You put that guy there, you put that guy there, and that guy needs to play every day. And then, boom, I have an idea. At least I have an idea of how to remedy this thing. But their offense is down. And I would say that they're probably feeling a little pressure to support that pitching staff a little bit better.
I don't know. I think, here's a text here from the 262. Sprout just isn't cutting it right now. He may have the stuff, but the command and mentality are questionable.
He's young.
If you're going to be an effective starter, you can't be falling behind early in at-bats and losing guys when you're up in the count with 2 strikes. There are too many wasted pitches, especially for a guy that gasses outright around 80 pitches in most outings. That comes from the 262. Muzzy, well, at least we still have a shot at the series tomorrow. Yes. I was on board with Alvarez signing before today, but now I think Skubal or pitching in general should be our trade target, if any.
You could make that argument, but no. I don't think so.
These 3 pitchers are not part of the plan. They are a part of getting you to October if they can help during the regular season. That's how I look at it.
To fill innings throughout a 162.
Correct. These are inning filler pitchers. Sprout for starts. Carlos Rodriguez, I think that's about as good as you're going to see Carlos Rodriguez pitch over an extended period of time.
Why he couldn't get the final out, Murph? I'm not sure why Woodford was even in that.
Yeah, and Woodford is, he won't be. You think Woodford's pitched in October?
Not one.
Not one. He's not even going to warm up. Not even going to warm up in October. He's gonna play catch, and he's going to be forced to roll the ball back. They're like, you're not even allowed to overhand throw during this practice today.
Yeah, and this is a game in which an outing in which Brandon Sproat, again, You didn't think a young pitcher was going to have this type of outing? Of course he was going to. There's no question in my mind he was. Again, if you're just tuning in, I made the statement. I thought this was going to happen more frequently this year with this young staff. This is a rarity today where the pitching didn't hold you into the game. However, they did for the first half of the game. They did. You were in that game. Who knows? And again, I'm gonna nitpick here a little bit. Instead of Carlos Rodriguez, if Chad Patrick's in that game in a 1-run game, maybe this thing turns out a little bit different.
Maybe it does. Bird comments, if this current offense was a gel, it has the consistency of tactcum powder.
Talcum powder?
Oh, talcum. Yeah, it's an L, not a C. Okay. And Danzy says, if you dive into the numbers, the Astros offense is very good. It isn't their offense why their record is like that. Outside of Arrighetti, they don't have very much pitching. That should be more concern than for the offense for the Brewers. If you think the pitching is not good for the Astros, this is on paper. Name a better way to put a lineup together than with the bats, solely for the bats, than this lineup today with the current construction of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, and I don't know what you're going to do. You have to play what you have offensively. That's all you have. That's all you have. Can you give Sal Frelick some time off for Bowers because he's not cutting it? Sure.
It hit today. He threw a guy out, but they didn't give it to him.
It should have been an out.
Right.
But that left side, you got to play those guys.
Yeah, you have
to. Two
of
the three. It's Rengifo, Joey Ortiz, or it's David Hamilton. Two of those three are going to play every single day, folks. That's what you've got.
Gosh.
That's what you have. What else are you going to do? Put Frelick at third?
Congealing is the process of a liquid or soft substance becoming thick, solid, or gelatinous, often as a result of cooling. So maybe congealing is actually the right word. Saying not congealing was the wrong terminology. But this offense, is it cooling, Tim?
They need to congeal.
No, they don't want them to congeal because it's cooling.
Oh, but it's sticking together, though, solidly.
I think
the thickness that molds this thing into
but you don't want gravy to be congealed when you eat it. You'd rather it be smooth and thin.
Yeah. Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. The Brewers fall in game 2, 9-2 the final. And we're just talking about the offense here. We'll throw in a little pitching conversation. We'll throw in instant replay conversation. We will also get into on the show tonight something that we had planned for last night. We really didn't have time.
Yeah.
And that is this MLB versus MLBPA. The Players Association against the league, and both sides have entered into the ring.
Which is good news, right?
That's great news.
Okay.
That's great news. I mean, we can pick apart what's in both of those initial proposals. So we'll get to all that. I want to get to instant replay on the other side here because I think there's a premise here that might make sense a little bit. So we'll get to that. And if you want to participate in the show, Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. Brewers fall in game 2 of this 3-game weekend series down in Houston, 9-2 the final. You're listening to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Series down in Houston, tied at a game apiece. Miz on the mound to hopefully take another series. Defense a little sketchy again today. Welcome back, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Hey, Churio, don't freak out. Just catch the baseball. That's what you need to do out there. Vaughn, before you can do anything else, you have to catch the baseball. So now the defense a little bit dicey here down in Houston. You see a couple of plays that should have been made. And then you get Jake Bowers, who throws a missile. Got a little bit of a bad hop on that throw. I don't know if you noticed that. That ball bounded up on Contreras just a little bit too high. And it turns out that the sliding runner was ruled safe. And it set up a 3-run inning there. I mean, things turn out a little bit different if that is ruled out. Murphy and the video staff, they challenged that play. You guys that watched it on TV pretty much looked like he was out.
Yeah, here it is again, in case you're wondering.
Into right field for a base hit. Cam Smith being waved around. The throw by Jake Bowers is going to be short hop and safe as Cam.
It looks like they're going to challenge it. A lot of it's going to depend on the tag.
His foot was there in front of the tag, but the foot didn't get down.
Cam's going into a slide to the outside. Contreras goes to get him.
He never gets that foot in there.
After review, the call stands.
Wow. That was the Astros TV, by the way,
Yes.
who thought he was out.
Who said he was out after looking at it?
Yes.
So here's the deal. Number one, I've always said that if we see more angles than New York, there's something wrong with the system. Okay?
Correct.
I don't know how we're seeing more angles than the judge and jury in New York. So, but here's the deal, and they always default to, it defaults to what the call originally was. Well, let's break that down a little bit. What was the call originally predicated on? Immediacy. It's predicated on not a lot of information. It's just the eye test. It happens bang, bang, as they say. Bang, bang, play. He's got to make a call. What he saw in the moment without, and here's the key, without a lot of information here. So then you go to New York and you have a lot more information. The percentages for New York to make a better call than that umpire are dramatically higher. Wouldn't you think?
You would think, yes.
Then why is the emphasis put on the original call, and that holds more water and weight than seeing 3 or 4 or 5 different angles on it?
Well, luckily on the postgame show, we have our own judge here, Mr. Judge J-Mo. Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. Was he out? Was he safe, Judge J-Mo?
Well, I guess it's up to me to bring some positivity to this here broadcast.
Well, no. Well, let's get into the case at hand here.
Okay.
Why is it that the original call emphasis is placed more on that without a bunch of knowledge and information from New York? New York should have no problem overturning a call, no matter what the original call was. No matter what. If it's 70%, we think he's out 70%. But oh my goodness, we're going to trust the bang bang eye test that the umpire had to make a call. We're going to trust him more than our 70% likelihood that dude was out.
Sounds like shenanigans of the baseball mafia.
Well, to your point, Tim, is it New York protecting their umpires and then say, well, we can take the heat because no one knows who New York is or something by the end of it? Or if we don't know for sure and we say that it was wrong and then we make our umpires look bad doing that?
That's an excellent point, Tommy Baseball. It actually is, because think about it. All them dudes in that booth all look alike from the back.
Right,
they all got the same haircut.
Yeah, they all look like Tim Allen, as far as I know. I don't know. I mean,
that could be anybody.
That could be anybody, right?
They're hiding behind anonymity.
There is a guy named Tim who just runs all of MLB replays. Like, as far that's my stipulation.
Okay.
Like, we could just be like, dang it, Tim, if they never get the call right from here on out.
The old adage toward umpires: "What are you, blind?"
Oh yeah. We could have the guy in New York. We'll just call him Peter now too. Peter messed that one up the entire time.
We have to call him Vinny.
Vinny.
Yeah,
New York after all.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. But you see my point here. Why more emphasis put on the original call? If that's going to be the case, and I've said it from the start of replay, the originators of the replay, I would assume, I think my assumption's right, is to get things right.
Correct.
And that's what everyone told me when I was fighting it, saying, come on, replay, it's just, I don't know, man.
And umpire protection.
Technology.
And it's umpire protection.
Okay. That could be.
Yeah.
That could be. But, so it was supposed to stop post-game shows from debating whether that guy was out or safe.
Correct.
It was supposed to stop all that. Really hasn't. It really hasn't. We are arguing just as much about a call, which, hey, there's some virtues to that, because debate is good and it brings up some attention to the game of baseball. And even in football, replay is supposed to, the intent of it was to, and I remember fighting with Rami on this years ago on the air. Well, Tim, don't you want it to be right? But it's not always right. Even after replay, we're still having this court case in front of Judge JMO seemingly once every few weeks. I mean, I would go back and I would listen to Tim Dillard. Dillard's on this play, on this particular case. Dillard said he wasn't even sure that Cam Smith ever touched the plate. So at what point are they only replaying the tag attempt, or are they replaying the entire play? That he gave himself up because he ran into the dugout, never touched home plate. So again,
the wheels of justice, they grind slow, but exceedingly fine.
Wow. I mean, I just want to grow up and be like J-Mo one day.
I do.
No, you don't. I'm a fantastic cautionary tale.
Cautionary tale.
But I mean, is replay then the way to go, or should it be reeled back into a little bit more of? I mean,
how about
foul?
You didn't look? We complained about this when there was no replay.
I was just going to say yes.
That's my point.
And we considered it a dark ages, and this is a better, albeit flawed, system than what we had before. And but your point being, if they're just going to collude, if this is just a racket run by New York City, yeah, that ain't right.
So we err on the
side. Where do we go from here?
Yeah, well, that's the question. Do we err on the side of the umpire's call just because he's the umpire? Yet we don't err on the side of all this information, knowledge, angles that we have in the replay booth.
Yeah, we might have to replace the replay people with robots.
Oh God, get their eyes checked.
That'll be great. Yeah, once we get AI replay, I'm sure nothing will go wrong from that.
Oh no, it's infallible.
I guess, but easy case for you, Judge JMO. Like baseball has gotten better with instant replay.
Has it?
You know, I've got to uphold both your arguments.
Oh,
They swerved all over the road for a while there when they said, well, the ball needs to hit the back of the mitt. And
but
then
everyone
they changed it to, just the circumference of the mitt to play at first, standard ground ball.
right.
Is the ball touching? Is it in the webbing? Is it halfway in? Where do you draw the line here?
I don't think we want to have the ability. Excuse me. Do you not remember the Jake Bowers play, Tim, when CB Buckner called him out when he stepped on first base clear as day?
That's right.
We cannot have another Jim Joyce. We need to have some sort of insurance.
And Luis Galarraga deserves to be in the history books.
Yeah, Armando. But yes.
Armando.
Yes,
Yeah. And Luis maybe.
You don't even remember his name because of this.
Yeah, because of it, right.
Dude did get a Corvette, though.
Yeah, and then Roy Halladay got the mound after doing it the next week, too. But still, we cannot have more of those situations. Replay needs to be in the game. Needs to be. If they get it wrong.
Not if it's run like this.
No, come on. They get it right most of the time once it's replayed. It should be all of the time. I can agree with you that it's not a high enough %, but they do get the egregious calls. Okay. That is what ABS is there for, too, to avoid the egregious calls.
My only point here is not replay or no replay necessarily. That's not the case in front of us. The case in front of us is why the heavy default to the original call on the field. Why does that matter?
That they do that in the NFL.
That should not matter, though, because they're making the call with the least amount of information on the play.
That's
in a
fair.
dark room.
Don't you see what I'm saying here? The least amount of information on the play.
It's a cabal.
It's it's a conundrum. It is.
It's a conundrum wrapped in an enigma, sliced up into a big salad of unknowingness.
Congealing as we speak.
It's congealing. It sure is.
This show is starting to congeal.
Hey, let's find the positivity in the day. Let's find it. You know what it is?
No.
Cubs and Cardinals play each other. No matter who loses, we win.
Okay.
True.
Right. I'll take that. Can they both lose in any way?
And,
yes. Injury.
Oh,
okay. Okay. So I think the ruling.
Two rivals get together, root for injury.
I am going to interject at this court case that the ruling gets postponed to a later date.
Oh yes, absolutely.
That baseball is better with replay.
Sometime, and we'll table this till September.
No, that's not the court case.
Okay, what's the case?
The case is why does the original call have to be weighted heavier? That's the case.
Okay.
That shouldn't have anything to do with it. If it's challenged, it's challenged. It doesn't matter what the call is. This stand or confirmed, that's the change that's got to be made. A replay I'm contesting that a replay is a replay, no matter what the call was.
Replay should be objective.
Objective from the replay.
Got it.
Office, yes.
All right. Well, I appreciate.
Them guys should have to print their names out. Them guys in that dark room.
Well, they got the masks on.
We should have to know the names of New York. We should get their information. Yeah, it should be like you should be able to look them. You should be able to see cap all of them.
All right, Your Honor. We appreciate the postponement on your judgment.
I appreciate the argumentation and. The chance to talk to you two is always special. And with that, peace, love, so brothers, and we take the series tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, JMO.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you're just tuning in, we had made the comment that if you're going to have a young pitcher blow up once in a while, this is probably the best case scenario. You're rolling hot. You've already won a game in the series, and you have Miz to take the series, backing that up.
Yeah, but you want to put a Sunday lineup behind Miz.
Well, I mean, if you're going to, something's got to fix this offense.
We
'Cause
should
it's
have
sputtering a little bit.
You should have named this show 20 years ago, the Sunday lineup.
The Sunday lineup.
Yeah.
That's going to be your podcast.
That's a great name for a show. That's a great name for
The
a show.
Sunday lineup.
Yeah, I like it.
The first guest would be
Tim Allen.
Ned Yost.
Oh,
the Sunday lineup.
as the Sunday lineup starting Jody Garrett.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And just every guest should be the backup catcher that played that day.
The Sunday lineup starring Daniel Robertson.
Eddie Perez.
I have
I
do have a list here, by the way, that I wanted to get to. Eric Sogard, Jed Jerko, Brock Holt, Luis Arias, Jace Peterson, Travis Shaw, Eduardo Escobar, Pablo Reyes, Daniel Robertson, Orlando Arcia, Mike Brousseau, Brian Anderson, Owen Miller, Josh Donaldson, Abraham Toro, Joey Ortiz, Andrew Monasterio, Oliver Dunn, Vinny Capra, Sal Frelick, Caleb Durbin, Anthony Siegler, Isaac Collins, Luis Rengifo, David Hamilton. These are all guys that have gotten a rep at third base for the Brewers, or at least been discussed about being the third baseman for the Brewers since 2020.
Since only in the last 5.5 years.
Yes.
Right. But the Brewers went through that. Look at the amount of first basemen since Prince left.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a list too.
It could be. Yeah.
Which includes Ryan Braun for a start of a season.
Well, over the last 5 years, who's their first baseman in 2020 for the Brewers? Was it Thames? Was he there still? Vogelbach?
Justin Smoke?
Ooh. All right. Text it in. Text in your answers. Who's the Brewers' first baseman in 2020? We'll get the answer on the other side.
All right. We'll take a break here. Come back. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz talking about the game and the topics surrounding the game. Here it was a Brewers 9-2 loss in game 2 of the 3-game series. We'll be right back. Going to get to Pat Murphy in the next hour of the show. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, a 9-2 Brewers loss in Game 2, where the offense, well, they were limited. Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah.
Limited.
Suppressed.
They did take a 1-zip lead in this game. That was in the first inning.
Yeah.
Yelich started out with a base hit. There you go, Yelly.
Williams still looks good.
Yeah, William had an RBI double in that first.
Are we going to credit William in this game, Pat Murphy? After 9 runs were given up? Over-unders at a half.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to say no.
No credit to William.
Yeah.
First time.
I'm going to go on.
From Brett and Mequon, want to apologize for on air yesterday. I don't do radio very well.
No, you can. Hey, you're always welcome. Man.
Always welcome. It was actually, the timing was beautiful, by the way, Brett.
Coming off of Kenny's call.
2020 first baseman was Justin Smoke and Jed Jerko.
Yeah.
That is correct. Jed Jerko,
that is correct.
Who, by the way, led the Brewers in WAR as an offensive player in 2020 with 0.7.
I mean,
oof.
Where does Logan Morrison come into play?
Oh,
here?
Tim, Ken and River West. Don't forget random Brewer Logan Morrison, who played some first base for the Crew
Nicely
in 2020.
Done.
I mean,
nicely done.
Literally a minute ago on the text line that just popped in. So
wow.
shout out to Ken and River West and Brett and Mequon. Yeah,
what a great guy though, Logan Morrison. Really good dude.
Really.
A very nice guy.
Okay.
You know, despite the fact, Tommy, that he said, if I don't make this team, I'm out of here. Whatever he said. There was some chippiness there. But it was done real and authentic. And we had a good conversation that year in spring training about that. Just a really good dude. Another good guy, the aforementioned Brock Holt, was a nice guy.
Okay.
Didn't perform very well. He'd fit right in with the Brewers' left side of the infield.
Nicer Logan Morrison or Logan Schaefer?
Ooh. I'm going Schaefer.
Okay.
Just because it was a longer kind of run for me and him.
Okay. Yeah.
I did run into, not that long ago, a few years ago, a Logan Schaefer rookie jersey card.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Did you buy it or you found it?
I got it in a where did I get it? In an old pack or something.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
I
have a note written down on my desk at home. I have a set of baseball cards to bring to you at our next post gamers party.
That's right. We'll open up. Did you open up the packs?
I didn't have any packs. I don't have packs. My mother found a 1993 something edition box. It's got like 800 cards in it, including a rookie Derek Jeter card. Are you frozen?
I did just freeze.
I have a gift for you. Yeah.
Okay. Can you just tell everybody that you're giving that to me?
I just did. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You got it.
Was this Topps or what was it?
I don't know.
You
but
don't know.
I don't know. I know you would enjoy the cards
right now.
Yeah, she is.
And she has them?
Yes. No, I have them now. She gave them to me today.
Where's the girlfriend?
She's hanging around.
Can you have her look?
Have her look to see what? If it's a rookie Topps or
what brand it is.
Oh, okay. No, I can let you know tonight. I will definitely have an answer for you tonight.
Just wondering.
Why?
Well, that's very
It's
nice
not
of you.
signed or anything.
No.
It's just an old card, but it is a rookie Derek Jeter card.
Old card.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There might be 799 useless cards in there.
Might be.
But I figured the rookie Derek Jeter was probably cool to have.
It's very cool to have.
All right.
Yeah.
I got you.
I do have a couple. They're not the ones, like the ones you're looking for.
Yeah.
But I do have a couple, and they're cool. But yeah, I would probably put that with my other Jeter rookies.
Okay.
They're right next to the Mike Trout rookie.
Nothing like Derek Jeter. It is very weird how, like, it could be a different guy who played baseball named Derek Jeter. That's how much, because you just remember him being bald, instead of having hair, but he came up obviously so young. So yeah, I got the hookup for you.
Yeah, it's baseball card collecting just it sort of isn't what it was. It's such at a high level now. There's just no real salt of the earth card collectors. It's just like them because they're cards.
I didn't think you'd put it in your bicycle spokes today.
No, and I'd never sell it. I mean, it would just go into the collection. That's that. It would just stay there. But yeah, the good ones I have, the Mantle I have two 1958 Mickey Mantle cards.
Ooh,
58.
Wow.
Now the 52 is the crown jewel, but 58, I've got two of them. All right, we'll take a break, come back. Pat Murphy on the other side, and MLB at its players, or the other way around. We'll be right back.
Brewers, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Well, it was a 9-2 loss in Game 2 of this 3-game series down in Houston, but the good news, Miz on the mound tomorrow and a shot to win another series. That would be their 6th of their last 7.
Oh,
if they can get the win tomorrow, 6-7.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. Do the grandkids go crazy for that?
Oh, they used to.
They used to. They don't anymore?
No. Now it's cringe.
Oh,
cringe.
You are.
Cringe.
I could just see you being
they do
Grandpa
grandkids.
Cringe, Grandpa Cringe all the time.
Cringe
people.
Yeah. All right. So if you want to join the show, Nicolay Law Talk and text line 414-677-1250. We will hear from Brandon Sproat. Also, words just kind of trickling in here about Murphy not pleased about Sproat's performance today. Didn't he just say his last performance, you need to stick with him?
Yeah.
You need to stay with him?
Yeah. The quotes are, he took a step back. And at the end of it, it's not calling his time done with the Brewers, but he will emphasize he feels like today he took a step back.
Okay. All right. We'll get to Murph in a bit. We'll get to Sproat. We'll get to Joe right now on that Nicolay Law Talk and text line 414-677-1250. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing tonight?
More important how you are.
Well, first, I kind of just want to check the pulse on, we lost the game, and that obviously stings. But it does feel like we stole 2 of the last 3, obviously, the Mason lose game and then that one yesterday.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah.
Another thing I wanted, you guys were talking about some ex-Brewers, and I'm watching the Cubs-Cardinals right now, and they got Kyle Lely on the mound. Do you guys remember Kyle Loesch? Do you remember that trade?
Oh, yeah. Kyle Loesch, good year, first year.
He did have a good year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was an all-timer, man. When he was with the Cardinals, it felt like he just torched the Brewers every time.
So you had to just go get it.
Yeah, that was the Quintana trade. Those are the Quintana signings. Same deal, where it's like, oh, this guy just destroys the Brewers, so you might as well have him pitch for us.
Absolutely. Well, another one I wanted to pull up, because I know there's been a couple other times we're talking about ex-Brewers here and there, and one guy on all these young kids. I'm talking to Big Dog Chase here. I'm talking to Bodie. Go watch Yuniesky Betancourt highlights defensively, because he was a wizard.
Yeah, a wizard. Yeah,
Yuniesky Betancourt.
Uni B was right after they traded Alcides, right? Then Uni B came in.
Alcides, yeah, he never really panned out how we hoped he would, but
they only gave him the year, right? And
we got a good deal for him.
Yeah. You take Greinke, you take it, right? It was Alcides and Lorenzo for Greinke, and Alcides just became a starting shortstop on a World Series team, but he was not good with us. He was not very good with us. No.
That you remind me of. I mean, we're talking trades here. Another guy that wasn't very good, but one of my favorite players in MLB The Show. We're talking Eduardo Escobar. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Chow.
Glitch swing in the game, man, for sure.
Yeah. Well,
I love that deal.
We got the Mizzard on the mound tomorrow. And we're in good shape, boys. I just don't want anyone to feel sorry about the way today went, because the boys are rolling still, and you can't win every game. So
correct.
Agreed.
Thanks, Joe.
Good stuff, Joe.
Keep rocking, boys. Have a good night.
Yep. Well, that's the thing, that if you're going to have a young pitcher blow up on you and take you out of the game, basically, I mean, it was a 3-2 game, but at mid game, so you were sort of in it, but. Make no mistake, Sproat did not pitch well. 4 1/3 of 5 earnings. I assume there'd be more of those types of outings. So if you were going to have one, Joe, you're right. It would just probably, you just chalk it up to, hey, you had the last 2 wins you thought you lost, and you just move forward, and you've got Miz on the mound for a bounce back.
But my next thought is, if a Henderson comes back in a couple of weeks here, few weeks, right? We're probably 3 weeks away from that. Is it time to start talking about if Crow should stay and Sproat should go at some point? Or
Maybe.
Are we thinking a Patrick moves back to the rotation and Sproat goes to the pen type scenario as well?
Look at the rotation now, Tommy. It's in a little rough shape right now.
Today,
Henderson's down, Woody's down, Priester's nowhere to be found.
Priester, I'm really worried about Priester.
Yeah, he went back to the Arizona League.
Yeah, because the rehab's just not working in AAA.
Nope.
They're saying
no. But Koenig pitched last night. I mean, in terms of the bullpen,
gave a run,
but you're going to have to go. Gave up a couple of hits in a run. You're right. But you're going to have to go with Crow and Sproat moving forward. Does Patrick get invited back into the rotation or no?
Well, what is it right now? It's Miz, it's Harrison, it
was Henderson right there. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and then they went bullpen, right? So it's Miz, Harrison, Crow, Sproat as the 4 right now.
And that I'm not saying it's certainly top heavy. It is, but I'm not saying that rotation's bad. But I think maybe that's why Murphy was so critical, is because they really need him right now.
Yeah, they do need him to figure something out. Yeah.
So let's hear from Brandon Sproat after his performance today. Again, 4 1/3 of 5-run ball.
There were a couple of moments today where it felt like that could have been such a different outing. The call at home plate right after you left, the play at first. How do you assess an outing like that when those things happen?
I mean, kind of what I took away from today was, just kind of a lot of deep counts early. Got to do a better job of, getting ahead early, almost kind of just pitching to contact, try to get ground balls. The 2-run homer doesn't help there. I leave a sweeper, enter third. He sat all over it. Obviously not a great location for that. I thought, a couple innings, after that, we're good. Just pounding the zone. I think really the only positive today, really is just no walks. That's a positive. Right now it's tough. I gotta be, I gotta be better.
I think everybody in the ballpark was shocked when that replay was going on the board. It looked like he was clearly out. And what's going through your mind as you're watching that? Did you think that?
Yeah, William came up to the mound and was like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure we have him here." He was like, so he was saying that he thinks that his knee, that he got his knee, before. I think it was like his hip that touched the plate. But me and him both thought he was out. Unfortunately, the call stood. You move on from it. You can't sit there and dwell on it. It's kind of like anything in this game. Can't dwell on anything. You just gotta take it for what it is and move on with it. Obviously the call didn't go our way there, but it's kind of part of the game.
Sure. Brandon, we know you want to push to 6, 7, 8 innings. When you just kind of go to the 30,000-foot view and assess, needs to happen to get there?
Strikes early and often. Right now, it sucks right now, to be honest with you. If it was my choice, I'd go 9 every single time. But that's not reality. But to get through. Let's just start with getting through 5 right now. I feel like innings 3 and 4 is what it needs to look like. To be able to get to the 5th, into the 6th, and then into the 7th, so on. innings 3 and 4 is, what it needs to look like.
On a happier note, we heard you got to spend some time with Clemens yesterday.
Yeah.
What did that mean to you?
I mean, that was honestly really, really cool to be able to get to hear him talk, and the things he has to say, be able to meet him. I mean, the dude's an absolute legend. I mean, he's probably, the best, if not, one of the best pitchers to ever do it. So, for him to take the time out of his day to come here and talk to us, that's, super, super special. And then super special to meet, a guy like that, 24-year veteran. I mean, what he did was pretty special. But
all right, I'm like too sad.
I hear you, man. We can't do it. We cannot have you hear the rest of it.
Oh man.
I think
wow.
I think someone needs to give him a hug.
Whoa.
Start with that.
Jeez.
It's been a long time, if ever, that I've heard a Brewers pitcher sound so down.
Oh my.
Brandon, come on, dude.
There was like 30 seconds left of it, so I tried to get us to the end.
I was going to have you going at a minute before.
Like, oh man, that was brutal. That was brutal for Sproat. He sounds messed up right there.
Yeah, and that's the cruel world of baseball at times. That's where Christian Yelich, that's where Brandon Woodruff needs to swoop in and say, dude, you had a rough one. Wash it, flush it.
Yeah, I'm looking at what Brandon Sproat. So here's what Sproat's doing so far this season, right? So Sproat now a 1-4 record, a 6.24 ERA. He has 9 starts, 49 innings, 11 games. He's coming from the bullpen. His whip is at 1.53 right now.
That's bad.
It's not great for Brandon Sproat. And looking at his logs, so since May had turned around, he was actually playing better than he was in April, right? And now we all know how his first start went. He gave up the 7 earned runs, the 3 homers against the White Sox. In the month of May, he has a 1-2 record, a 5.64 ERA, 22 innings, 14 earned runs, and he has 27 strikeouts in that time. His whip is at 1.43. But still, before today, his ERA entering the game, it was 5.84. And now after today's performance, it goes up to 6.24.
Yeah.
Oof.
6 plus ERA. I mean, okay, you had a clunker today. You notice in the background, all the other players are like, hey, where are we going for dinner tonight? We're in Houston. Where you want to have a couple beers? You want to see a movie? What's going on? And then this guy. That's the mental part of the game that can chew you up and spit you out.
Please, someone invite Brandon Sproat. Just invite him tonight. He needs it.
Yeah, I would hate to have the clique of players, like 3 or 4 groups, just walk out and a couple of them just look over their shoulder at him. See you, Brandon.
Yeah.
It would not be healthy.
Now, we were talking about, from Sproat's side of things, he may have listened to Pat Murphy. He may have heard what Pat Murphy had to say,
or Murph may have talked to him.
May have talked to him already before, because listening to Pat Murphy and what we got in post game from him, he did not sugarcoat it with Mr. Brandon Sproat by any means. You want to hear him?
Let's do it.
Took a step back. I don't think he was very good. He was behind in the count all day. He's got electric stuff and didn't execute pitches, and still. We had a chance to stay in the game, and then we gave him a chance to go out and rectify it. And, yeah. And then C-Rod came in and gave us all he had, 3 1/3 innings. That's really a positive thing. But, yeah, you can't give up 9 runs at a game, expect to win. Our offense wasn't very good, and we had opportunities. A tough call at the plate. I I think the video evidence is pretty clear that it was. We felt like he was out, and it went to stands. We really didn't understand it, and we still don't understand it. But that happens. There were a couple things that could have changed the game right there, but yeah, I don't think he was very good today at all.
From what you know, that they're getting angles in New York that we probably don't have privy to. Do you think that's how sometimes when we're looking at the board, it looks like he's clearly out, and they say he's safe?
Well,
is that what
we had 5 different angles?
You got 5.
We have 5 different angles today, but again, we've had this happen before. You know what I mean? They got to make a decision. They make a decision that went against us today. So that's part of it. It's part of it.
How much do you think, Murph, that changes his outing? Just extending that inning, the homer, and does that derail him?
I mean, it's like anything else. It all could derail you, but it shouldn't. You should be able to minimize the damage and do whatever. But that wasn't. It was still a 3-2 ball game in the 5th. And we're talking to get him past 80 pitches and all that kind of stuff. Well, then go ahead and do it, son.
Does it? You've been adamant that you want him to stay in this position here and keep starting. Does it make you rethink that at all?
Well, I mean, we're not going to tolerate too many duds like this. That's for sure. I mean, if he's not going to step up and we're trying to win. I mean, this isn't. We're not rebuilding. We might be using some young pitchers. He doesn't have quite the experience that some of the other guys have, and he's done some really, really good stuff, like I said. So it's not like he's not going to get another chance. It's just he took a step back. I thought he took a step backwards today.
Oh gosh!
Whoa. So yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. Have you heard Pat Murphy speak like that about a player all season?
That's about as rough as we've heard him on a pitcher all year.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. But hey, Murph, you don't want to talk about your offense? Come on, dude. You got to talk about your offense too. Look at your offense the last few games. And granted, yeah, you've won 2 of the 3. But they're not innocent in all this either. I'm going to protect Brandon Sproat on at least that. Do I believe he pitched great? No. But I also, in that same breath, what he just said, he should expect some of these. And I know he's trying to win games. I get it. But this is one that just bubbled up and popped up that got away from Sproat. You've been steering clear of the big blow-up young arm games.
Yeah, the 2.62 from earlier, you remember he had sent the Sproat just isn't cutting it right now. He said, that's pardon what I meant by the text earlier. He just doesn't seem to have the mental makeup / fortitude right now. The stuff is there, but he is in his own head too often out there.
Maybe. You might be right. In listening to his post game, listening to Brandon speak, that he's got to have a little more conviction and confidence here. That's part of it.
Yeah, that just didn't. He sounded cooked.
And I think we can be too rough on players too, Tommy. I got to admit that it is it's a process for some of these players. They have to get battered and beaten, and it's how you come back from that. A lot of players can just roll it off their arm. It's fine. I'll go back. I know I'm talented. I know I'm here for a reason. But some, the pressure and the mental part of the game. I think I referred to a Minnesota Twins player many years ago that, the mental game eats them up. The Steve Sachs got the yips, and Chuck Knobloch went through them. And there was another guy, Jim Eisenreich, I think was his name, that he would look at the crowd and it just kind of freaked him out a little. The mental part of this can get you. I'd get Brandon into a conversation and just pep him up a little bit.
You have to. I mean,
I just turn the page and just say, hey, man, you're good. You got electric stuff. Let's go back out there. I'll tell you what, one more thing. At the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Sproat's next start, you go over the top.
Oh.
You go over the top. we're gonna learn a lot about Brandon Sproat, his next start.
Yeah, I had his over on 4.5 today.
That might be Thursday at our live broadcast, which we will tell you about after the break here. That might be Thursday his next start. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, probably. All right, we'll take a break and come back. Get the latest on the potential work stoppage in Major League Baseball. We'll get you up to speed on that on the other side here. If you guys want to jump in here, Nicolay Law Talk and text line 414-677-1250. You're listening to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. And they scored a couple of runs, one insured. The first one insured, you didn't get shut out today. Real quick, before we get to that, Tommy, I was just thinking about something during the break here.
Yeah.
Why is it that you and I, or namely me, I can go on a rant of, epic proportions at times, right? That's my reaction. As we've said on this show, we adhere to the rule that there is no over or under reacting. You're just reacting. But it's interesting that Murph was using the tone that he used there.
Yeah.
It's interesting that I can be accused of overreacting. Oh, come on, Tim. You knew this was going to happen. It's a young pitching staff. Just turn the page and get through it. You're not going to win every game type of thing. And that led me to believe, there might be some circumstantial evidence here that there's more to this. Maybe there's some chippiness in this series. And, again, you have Cam Smith celebrating an RBI double the other night, like he won the World Series.
Sure.
You have McGill letting the Astro dugout know that he just shut you off in the ninth inning.
Kicks Astro. Yeah.
And you have Murph reacting like this.
When
I don't know, maybe there's something. I don't know.
When Murph reacts like this, it feels like he's talking to Matt Arnold.
Sometimes, yes.
You know what I mean? Like this is, I want you to hear me and put this on the table, at least that this is not acceptable for what we want to put out there every 5 days. And it feels like that is a conversation that he's not having with Adam McCalvey or Todd Rosiak when he is talking to them. It sounds like he is talking above them.
Seems like it at times, yes. It's just interesting to me that sort of reaction on a game that we spelled out earlier in the show. It's a young pitcher. I'm counting my fingers here. It's a young pitcher. It is an offensive disappearing act. You scored 2 runs. You're not going to win many games scoring 2 runs. And it's the middle game of series in which you've already won one, and you have Miz backing that up tomorrow. I mean, if there's ever a game that the manager should flush, it might be this one. But maybe it's this. It's all in the method for Murphy. Maybe a player at times needs to hear this, and that part of it is probably what occurred here.
Yeah, but again, like the way we heard Sproat speak after the game, I would be shocked if he didn't hear something already
from Murph.
Right. Someone had to tell him something, whether it was Hook, Henderson, Murph. I mean, he was down. That was about as sad as you will hear a player all season on this team until, maybe they don't play anymore.
Could have been a figurative scruff of the neck. Get your stuff together here.
Yeah, that it was not pleasant. It sounded like I did not want to be Brandon Sproat today.
The Brewers were up 1-0, and then they got outscored by that point. 9-1.
Right, ensured they were up for a second.
That shot into left center. Trammell can't get it. It's up against the wall. Terang sent around third. Could be close. Pena's got it. The throw home is late. RBI double. William Contreras, 1-0 Brewers.
Ooh, yeah, that was good. I was feeling good. I was
Brewers
feeling
TV levering on the call.
I was feeling really good about that. We'll get to a caller here on the other side of this read. But in sports, you want a teammate who's been there before. In Wisconsin, that teammate is G2 Insurance Services. They aren't just an agency. They are your friend in insurance, whether you're a business owner needing a specialized BOP or a homeowner protecting your family. G2 builds relationships on honesty and value, from auto and home to complex commercial coverage. Tom and the team at G2 have been the neighborhood pros since 2004. Don't get caught without a game plan. Call G2 Insurance Services today at 262-784-0644 or visit G2INS.com. Heading out to the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line 414-677-1250. Mike is out in Waukesha. What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys. I think you hit on something there with your last comment about Murph is more or less talking to Matt Arnold. A thought that runs through my mind, this kid, they say he's got all the tools. He's just maybe not quite ready yet. So let's skip a turn in the rotation with him, put him in the bullpen, let him go out there during the next blowout and throw some longer innings in the blowout just so that he's not, he's getting his work. But I think he'll be all right. I think, they're really blowing it out of proportion. But the other thing that I wanted to say is, where I think you hit on your comment, doesn't it seem like whenever we make a trade, we have to have those traded players on the roster, as if just to make us look like we got the best of the trade, we got to keep Hamilton at third base. We got to keep whatever his name is, Rigville, whatever his name is. He's got to be in the lineup all the time. Even though these guys are hitting 200 and 190 or whatever, they got to be out there on the field just to show that we got the better of the trade. Maybe he's forcing it with some of these guys. He wasn't happy with Mitchell at the beginning of the year. Murph didn't want to keep him. That was obvious that he made it sound like he was forced to keep him. He didn't think he was ready. So is there a possibility maybe that there's some pressure from his general manager as to, hey, I traded for these guys. They're going to be out there. I mean, even though they're not ready, I mean, it's just an idea. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
right,
Mike.
Thank you. Well, there's always that premise. You always want to win the trade for sure.
And on top of that, to Mike's point, I mean, Jet Williams, people are begging for to just see at some point, and they are not bringing him up because they believe he is not ready.
But see, that could be the new, run of the hot run, the lightning in a bottle run of an Isaac Collins or a Caleb Durbin.
Right.
If you bring up a Jet Williams, you would think it's got to be coming soon.
Yeah.
Guys, there's got to be some sort of Cooper Pratt, Jet Williams move.
They don't really have that with pitching luxury, though. You're going to have to bring up Gasser again.
You're going to have to try Gasser. The other thing is you can't just skip him now. Well, look at the schedule.
Well, and
you don't have an off day until Thursday, June 11th.
They also just don't have the personnel. I mean, maybe this could be some time to start talking to DL Hall about getting stretched out,
maybe.
Right? Chad Patrick, I'm already assuming that that's coming.
You would think, again, they were off Thursday, this past Thursday, a couple of days ago. They play, if I can count them real quick, 3 in a row here in Houston, 4 against the Giants at home, 3 against the Rockies. So you're looking at 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you're out in Vegas for 3, 13 straight games without an off day.
Yeah, June 11th, to your point.
You can't skip him.
No, they can't afford to. We're now with the health of the pitching staff right now. No Henderson, no Priester, no Woodruff. Right?
So it's about time the offense kind of chimes in here. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. Okay, MLB versus MLBPA.
Yeah, I have them laid out here, but set me up.
Okay, so I'm assuming that. Well, I assumed that they should have talked prior to, or at least put out some information, proposals, etc. Initial contacts, getting together, meeting, talking. It didn't happen until just recently. The Players Association came out with a list of what they have on their agenda.
Yeah, so I have a list of some bullet points basically from the MLBPA's proposal and the counter proposal by the owners. So the
those of you that we throw these acronyms out there. So when we say MLBPA, That's players, just Players Association.
Yes.
So we could just call them players, but just to get you up to speed. And the league is MLB and the owners.
The Players Union focusing heavily on increasing some early career pay and forcing owners to spend a little more while strictly avoiding a salary cap, right? So there is a competitive integrity tax, which is a salary floor for the players, okay? Both the players and the owners agree that there should be some sort of salary floor.
Yes.
The numbers are different. The players are proposing $150 million and the owners $171 million. So even a little more money, right?
Mm-hmm.
The players think of that as like a luxury tax, right? You'd have to spend that money. Otherwise you would get taxed during that. The players have pitched a career pay bump to the league minimum salary. The league minimum salary to go up from $780,000 to $1.5 million.
Now back to that first bullet point. You would think that the owners would want a lower floor.
Sure. Yes.
So that I think it tells you something that, and the Players Union will say, well, they're up to something if they want a higher floor. Right. So is that what you said? You said the
$150 million for the players, $171 million for the owners.
So the owners are saying we'll pay you more.
But that includes benefits.
That includes the benefits.
Yes, the 171 will include the benefits to the floor. So maybe that, I don't know how much player benefits goes for.
I don't know.
But maybe that weighs into something as well. I'm not sure. We just said that. So $780,000 to $1.5 million for the minimum. Raising the minimum arbitration salary. This is all from the players still to $3 million. Tripling the pre-arbitration bonus pool from $50 million to $150 million, or $180 million rather. Faster path to free agency, allowing players to reach free agency at age 30 with 5 years of service time rather than the requirement of 6 years of service time.
Right. And they put an age number in there of 30 years old. Right?
Right. So meaning you're either 30 or 5 years, right? Something like that.
I would guess that's what they mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then a competitive balance tax threshold from $244 million to $300 million, giving big market teams much more room. And then restructuring how local television money is pooled and shared towards reward teams that actually win and draw home crowds, while decreasing the amount of shared from in-stadium revenue. That's the players.
That's the players, yes.
The owners, a hard salary cap and floor. The cap set at $245.3 million. No team would be allowed to exceed this. This would force teams like the Dodgers, Yankees, Mets to cut a massive amount of payroll, right? The Mets are spending $334 million on payroll. That's the most in the league. Mm-hmm. The Marlins are spending $78 million. That is the least amount in the league. The floor is set at $171 million, which includes the player benefits. A 50-50 revenue split. The owner's proposing a 50-50 revenue sharing system with the players tied to an independent audit system similar to other major leagues. Centralized media and blackout fix.
50-50 revenue split.
Yeah.
Think about that. The NBA got that. To my knowledge, that's what the NBA does.
Sure, yeah.
They say, hey, man, you guys get half, we get half. Let's do it.
A centralized media and blackout fix. The league wants to centralize all local media and TV revenue sharing equally among all 30 teams, designed to completely eradicate the regional sports networks, financial disparity, and fix local fan blackouts. And the length of the deal, they want it to be 7 years, which is longer than the typical 5-year agreement.
I think they'll buckle to a 5. Owners will.
Yeah,
they will. You and I would say that that's fair. You've been going on 5-year deals. Let's go on 5-year deals. There's some wiggle room, I think, written in from both of these. I think there is. Now, the big markets clearly are going to argue on that salary cap.
Right.
The top cap.
Yeah, well, and so right now, let me look at the highest payrolls in MLB. I know the Mets and the Dodgers are the
Yankees,
only two.
Phillies, Blue Jays, I think, are the next three.
So it is for total payroll this year. The Mets are $334 million. Dodgers are $300 million. Yankees 291, Blue Jays 283, Phillies 280. The first team that would be under that 245 would be the Houston Astros at 240 because the Phillies are at 280 and the Braves are at 267.
And what are the Cubs at? Probably 230-ish?
Cubs are 219. This is all according to Spot Track.
Okay.
The Cubs are 219. That is 8th in baseball.
Okay, so they'd be under that 244.
The 171 million floor proposed is about half the league.
They're gonna, and see, that's the surprising part there. For me, that floor.
I don't know if this is all including the player benefits, though, from the Spot Track.
Is that worth?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know that.
What are
number.
they?
Well, I'm sure that, for your tenured players' health insurance, all gets.
Is it incentives?
I'm not sure on that ruling.
Maybe incentives also.
Well, we're kind of up against it. We can talk about it a little bit on the other side.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But
at least there's proposals out there.
There will be a salary floor. That's what we've learned, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think they're going to agree on that.
Yes.
The cap? I don't know. That's a tough one. Hey, the other sports has them, and there's precedent set there. Just because baseball historically has never had that doesn't mean it can't be done. We may have said that years ago about the other sports as well. They instituted a cap, and I think it's a fair way to go for sure. I think a lot of people also would agree with that. All right, we'll take a break and final couple of minutes here. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, after a Game 2 loss down in Houston, 9-2. All right, just getting the popular music conversation off the air. Some knowledge dropped on me.
Do you know, Tim, I just went to a bar trivia by accident in East Troy. Okay, so we were going to the Hive, it's called, and there are no screens in there. And I'm pretty sure they put a blocker up on your phone so you can't go on your phone in there.
Good.
I don't know if
it should be.
I don't know if I like that, but okay. It was fine. It was a good time. Beer was good. It was a good tasting experience. And anyway, there was this bar trivia. There were 6 categories, and you were supposed to circle 2 categories that you felt like were your strongest.
Mm-hmm.
And the categories were like food up close, science, music, sports movies, transport, and I forget what the other one was. So I circled sports movies and music.
Mm-hmm.
I can never circle music again at a sports trivia a trivia night. I can never do it. It was all way too old, man. I'm sorry. Like,
okay,
I get it. It was like there was like one of the questions was like, what Australian band like is now touring again after recently breaking up in 2009?
I don't.
Oasis was the answer, and I was like, that was the only question after the year 2000 in regards to the music category. So I'm sorry, I didn't get it. And if you're like, hey, you should know this music, it's good, you tell me the most popular song 20 years before you were alive. Please tell me.
Yes. And the reason you're saying this is because you said you may be going to a concert later on this summer.
Yeah.
And you're going to see LMA.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about it.
And I thought it was, I'm like, who
just said it like you thought you were.
Right. I thought it was the letters LMA with the, laughing my ass. Maybe.
Yeah, right. That's LMAO, LMFAO. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, they have it.
But it's actually Ella May.
Yeah. ELLA.
Is she popular?
MAI. I feel like she had a bigger run a couple of years ago.
Country?
No, probably like an R&B poppy-ish.
Like a Mix 99 Kiss FM.
Oh, yeah.
Type?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. Guaranteed. Guaranteed they played her songs. Yeah, right. But
like
gonna go to Summerfest.
Lipa or Lipa or
oh,
whatever.
yeah. What do you mean? You're teaching me, Tim. You know all of these. Yeah.
Well, that's only because I work there.
How many TikToks have your grandkids made you record? Any yet?
Oh, none yet.
Okay. All right. There's still time in the night. Night is still young for that.
They want me to learn Taylor Swift songs.
You don't have a single one you can learn on the guitar?
I have a bunch I could learn.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But I don't want to.
Well, just one. Just do one.
That's just I'd rather do another Hall & Oates or AC/DC. Okay. And then that'll be it.
Grandpa's way too cool. Yeah,
we're going to be broadcasting Thursday at Explorium Pub, are we not?
Yeah, Explorium Brew Pub on Thursday. That'll be an awesome time. I believe we're in the Deer District for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll remind you as we move along, as you guys keep listening. We're back on tomorrow. It's game 3 of this 3-game series down in Houston. Miz on the mound. And a chance to win another series. Tommy, you've got the leadoff show.
Yeah, leadoff show 1 hour before first pitch. Tune in at noon. I'll get you ready for game 3. Miz on the bump.
After the game, then Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Once again, the final 9-2 as the Brewers fall. And Mizorowski, will he be backed by an offense filled with a Sunday lineup? Perkins, Rengifo, Sanchez. Who else? Ortiz. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Could happen. But you guys have a great Saturday night. We'll see you again tomorrow. There'll be better days, as someone once said. And also, want to remind you to keep smiling, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.